All right, and we are live. Hello, and welcome to the Player 2 podcast, episode 4-ish. My name is Duck McGavin, and I will be your moderator today. Today, I am joined by Cartier,
What's good, everybody?
Fearless,
Hey there.
and my notes just decided to disappear on me for a second. Sorry. We have Ski,
I'll let your boy.
and the OG, the original, Ghosts.
What are we?
Thank you for joining us, and apologies. We're going to talk about something that might be a little bit of a bummer. But I promise if you pay attention for half a second, I will educate you and let you know exactly how important net neutrality is. It's a really boring subject, but it really affects everyone. Normally, we wouldn't talk about politics, but to be honest, this isn't politics. This is the same thing as having your water, your electricity, being able to breathe air. This is a utility. This is something that we all use on a daily basis. In fact, a lot of us, like this whole YouTube thing, it's kind of important to the thing that we do a lot of. So it really, really affects us. I mean, if your job happens to be a lumberjack and you don't even know what a phone is, sure, yeah, doesn't affect you. Everyone else, please pay attention. All right. To define net neutrality, again, if you got to use toothpicks, just try to stay awake. I promise. This will go by real slow, but it'll be important. Noun, the principle that the internet service providers should enable access to all content and applications, regardless of the source, and without favoring or blocking particular products or websites. What this means is, as it is right now, if Comcast doesn't like Netflix and they have their own brand new video thing, they can make that brand new video service 1,000 times faster. 1,000 might be a little bit of a excessive, but they can make it much faster, and they can make Netflix chug so bad that even on the lowest quality, it will barely load for you. And that will seriously mess up some Netflix and chill. And that's not okay. More importantly, it's the same thing like if you have a contract that says, I get 30 up, 30 down. Great, that's wonderful. They can decide to throttle it if you're doing something that they either don't agree with, don't like, or don't endorse, or aren't being paid for. So it makes it so that for the most part, even if you're paying for a certain amount of internet, the magical internet hose, they can take away some of that flow, even though you're paying for full throttle. Now, this was recently touched on by John Oliver, who did make a point that, again, incredibly boring. And more importantly, the FCC, since the last time we had to deal with net neutrality, talked about how it was relatively easier compared to now. Now you have to go through a link, type in some numbers, type in some more stuff. But luckily, and I did not put it in the description below, I will do that right after this, you will be able to go to fccyourself.com, and it will take you directly to where you need to go. And once there, all you need to do is click on Express. You express your comments, say that net neutrality is the best thing ever or the worst thing ever. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm simply here to let you know that net neutrality is an important issue that you should probably pay attention to. And that's my shtick. Aside from the fact that I would like to let everyone here know, in case you're wondering exactly how corrupt things are, Ajat Pai, I am terrible with pronouncing names, so I apologize, not so much to him, but for anyone else who has a similar name. He, our current head of the FCC, was appointed by our current president and used to be a lawyer for Verizon. Not for very long, mind you, but for long enough that I'm not saying that it would influence his decisions, but just take a moment to listen to him talk about net neutrality. And hopefully you'll be able to understand the BS that he's throwing at your face. Hopefully. Either way, that's my soapbox. I'm off. Does anyone have any thoughts on net neutrality?
I do.
Let us know, Fearless.
For one thing, from what I understand, this is how you close down a society and create a dictatorship or something. This is
I
how
don't know
you
if this is a
start by
dictatorship thus far, but it does.
No, it's not thus far, but this is how you start by taking away basic freedoms. Basic
Well, everyone's
rights.
still allowed to have internet. It's just
it-
that the cable
is it
companies will
freedom or is it
decide
more
how
of
you
like
internet
competition?
and in what, how good you can internet.
Is it more of a competition more than freedom?
Well, the thing is, if it makes competition, like say, for instance,
Like basically what I'm saying, like it's all about the money. That's what they're
it's
saying.
pretty much this allows it for companies to basically charge money, or say, for instance, someone doesn't want to pay money just so that they have the same internet. Like say that YouTube doesn't want to pay Verizon to have the best fast internet because it's something that Netflix did in 2014 before the net neutrality thing went through. Netflix was like, "Hey, we stream a lot of video and it needs to go real fast." So they went to Comcast. It was like, "Hey, give us the fastest internet," giving them preferential treatment, basically paying for faster internet when internet just should be internet. I apologize if I'm not using the proper terms. Anyone who wants to correct me, please do. If you have a good reason for net neutrality to go away, please let me know. And please do not tell me that's because it's with the current way we have it right now is stifling innovation, because that is complete BS. Verizon even said flat out, because the law said that they had to be honest about it, that it literally did nothing to stop them from what they were already doing.
Like you
All they
said,
had to do was just basically sign a piece of paper saying, "Yeah, I get the rules. We're just gonna keep being Verizon."
like you said, Ducky, for the longest, this ain't something that came up overnight. This is something that has been going on in places. I actually think even before Barack Obama began in office. With this being said, my whole thoughts on the whole process. Really, I'm not even gonna give my thoughts on it. For to tell you
Well,
what,
the communications bill went through, I believe, in the 40s. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was like 47 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it used to be that all the cable companies were in, I cannot remember the proper phrasing, but we're going to call it Group 1. And Verizon sued the FCC because basically the FCC was telling them to do this and that. And the courts more or less said that they would have to be classified as Group 2. So FCC classified all of them as Group 2. What they're trying to do is basically undo all of that. Basically
Right.
saying so the cable companies can do whatever the hell they want.
Right, because at the same time, that's how the whole the whole AT&T and DirecTV even got started. You know how they merged into a partnership in that, where at first they was against it because they thought them raised prices, which the Slick did a little bit, but it also kind of went hand in hand with the cell phone with AT&T policies and how they choose by starting off plans and stuff like that. So either way, however you want to look at it, is good in some it's good in some areas, it's bad in some areas. You never gonna have it both. I mean, you never gonna have it perfect, but at the same time, if you live in certain cities where your internet service is horrible, this might make your internet get a lot better.
Well, that's the thing, that we already had the change that made it better. Like for instance, my internet at the time of this was 15 down. It was not great.
Yeah, that's terrible.
After the net neutrality nonsense, it went up to 25. Still crappy internet.
Look at
but that's because my provider is just a crappy provider. That's what it is. I live in the boonies, so what do you expect?
Well, so do I.
But at the same time, having everyone be treated equally, that's the thing. Net neutrality is about equality for everyone to be in the same boat.
Yeah,
because in the internet, in the end, you're getting the same internet.
Right, back in the
you
day,
wouldn't go to your water company and expect them just to give you oxygen. You want some hydrogen too.
Right, because back in the day, you want that the only people that were getting real good A1 internet was people like corporate business, like big shot business. If you're anything other than corporate business or something like that, your internet, you might have got some good decent internet, but with nothing compared to going to Microsoft or going to AT&T building or going to Jordan building, something like that. Their internet quality is 10 times better than what you would get at your own home.
I don't know if you use a business internet connection these days, but I go to a group therapy inside a business building, and I use internet often, and it's lightning fast compared to my own. Yeah. So business connections are the best, period.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's best, period. That's my whole point. That's what I'm saying, Fearless. That internet quality that you get at a business is 10 times better than what you get at home, because they not only paying for it, but also at the same time. And keep in mind that some of the internet business, some of the internet places that you go, some of the business that you go to, you connect to the internet. Remember, that's guest internet, so you're not even running at their max speed. You're not even running at their max capacity where they can give you.
Let's not forget they have big server rooms for this stuff too.
Right.
Well, for the most part, I'm okay with, because it does take more resources to give a faster speed. I'm okay. I mean, I do believe that the minimum that you get should be higher because they can easily do higher with at little cost. That's a completely different thing. But if you are paying a bunch of money for a bunch of internet, that's fine. As long as your internet and my internet are the same. As long as whether I have Comcast, Verizon, AT&T, or whatever, when I go to YouTube, it loads the fastest, or as fast as I'm paying for.
Now, exactly. That's another thing I want to touch base on. Like, what
because they can easily, like, with if this goes through easily, if they decide that they didn't like YouTube, if all the companies together, like, the biggest thing, like, even if it's not competition, together they can decide that they don't like YouTube, they don't like Netflix, they're gonna make their own proprietary system where they get all the money for it. They're gonna make it lightning fast, just so fast you get whiplash. Loads videos before you even know what you're gonna watch, and Netflix is a turtle.
Now let me explain something to some of you guys.
What I'm saying is completely hypothetical, but it is physically possible, and it can physically make them more money. And think about the fact: would you want more money? Do you want more money? Because they want more money.
Now let me explain something. Yeah, let me explain something also as well for those that watch the podcast and don't understand exactly where we come from on this issue. If you're any type of gamer, you use your cell phone, right, for anything, you use internet at all. This affects everybody, like Ducky said at the beginning.
And that's the thing.
Now, another thing, hold on, let me get through saying what I'm going to say, guys, if y'all mind. Another thing what a lot of people also fail to realize is how much of effect this takes on you, because I don't know, y'all remember back, I think it was like the second year Barack Obama was in office, his second year serving. This actually got brought up on the floor because people was complaining about pre-service. I mean, how can I put it? Basically, they had contracts negotiations where, if, say for instance, I have a cell phone with AT&T, okay, and in my contract it states that I'm allowed a certain amount of data. I'm allowed this amount of data and this speed no go, this upload speed and download speed. It's guaranteed to be in that level regardless of what. Back in the day, AT&T, what they'll do is, if you actually overuse your services, instead of them cutting off your services, they will slow down your download and upload speed.
It's called throttling.
Right.
Yep.
So that right there, a lot of people was wondering, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I know I've been on the internet for like a good 2 hours, but why my internet going so like, hey, you have a lot of people like myself, like I know back in the day where I would just pay my cell phone bill, right? Mm-hmm. And I get on YouTube. That day I'm on YouTube, the day I paid my internet bill, working fine. Within 3 days after I paid my internet bill, and I'm still using my internet like I did the day when I paid it, I can definitely see it slowing down. Like the upload, they're trying to upload a video or download a video or just watch a video was beyond slow. And that's what this takes place. I mean, that's why this is so important, because if we're not careful, it can go back to that way very easily.
For a lot of people.
Do you mind me making one more analogy? The fact that we're a gaming podcast, I should have made this earlier. Mm-hmm. I play primarily on PlayStation. I have a Switch, but I'm not exactly playing online with it. At least not yet. Splatoon. But I have a PS4, and I have a company called Spectrum, which I believe is under the Comcast umbrella. This is the only internet available to me. There is literally no other internet that I can get. I can't get Verizon. I can't get AT&T. I can't get any of it. If I did, I'd have to do like a hotspot through a phone or something. And even then, the reception out here is so bad that it wouldn't matter. But I do pay PS4. If Comcast said, hey, if you pay me more money, we'll make yours better, and PS4 said, fuck you, and Comcast got angry for no reason, they could decide that my PS4 connection is so bad that I couldn't even get into a party, I couldn't do multiplayer, downloading a game would take years. But Xbox is like, yeah, we'll give you money, and Xbox is fast as hell. Because I picked PS4, I'm getting punished.
Yeah, it's messed up. So
I apologize that wasn't the first thing that I went to. And not everyone's in my same situation. So there are plenty of people who have options for days for internet. I don't. I have one internet, and I want it to be just internet. That's all. I'm not even asking for the best internet. I simply say right now, as it is, I pay for this internet, and I get this internet. That's all I want. I don't want to have to read the fine print and figure out exactly what kind of internet I want to make sure that I can get on my PS4, to make sure that I can send my emails, to make sure that I can watch YouTube, to make sure that I can stream to YouTube to try to make content for YouTube.
Right. Now, before we touch base on the next topic, anybody else got anything else they want to add to this topic?
I'm just concerned where this whole thing is going to end up. I mean, if net neutrality gets abolished, I mean, think about my download speeds for video games, for instance. I mean, something that's like Destiny 2 that takes 60 to 68 gigabytes, take me 2 days to download.
It'll take you probably more than that. Probably take about 3 to 4 days.
Fuck.
But if they abolish it, a lot of people are going to end up just like me.
Well,
Absolutely.
I think the scariest thing that I'm worried about is it probably will end up being like before, where it'll happen and no one will notice anything. It'll just slowly start to happen because they're not going to tell you, because they won't have to, as it is right now, they will have to tell you any BS that they're doing to you.
They'll make you pay the same amount
everything
of money.
that happened under the Obama administration, keep in mind, like Obama or not, Obama had very little to do with it. He just simply said, okie doke. But if it goes away, then whatever the cable companies do, whatever your ISP does to change your internet, you won't know. It'll just and the worst thing is they could just do it so slow, it's just a little bit slower, like 0.1 gig a day, just slower and slower, and you would never know. And the worst thing is that not enough people know about net neutrality, so a lot of people, when this goes through, won't know.
Right.
They'll be like, man, my internet got so crappy for no reason. I wish I knew why.
Now, Dougie, before we get started on the next topic, let me let these the viewers know what's going on. In case you guys are wondering what happened to Cool Kids and Map Killer, they both had previous arrangements that had them to be away from the podcast this Friday, but they will be back with us next week. We actually might have Cool Kids. I think I'm getting a message from Cool Kids as we speak.
Hey, check this out. I sent him the link though, so you should be in there soon.
So y'all are
a surprise guest, a new challenger of yours.
But Map, buddy, man, we hope you're having fun, man. We miss you and we wish you could be here, but we'll hold it down for you till you get back with us next week.
Yeah, I was really hoping to get Map and Cool Kids' opinion on this, but oh well. Anyway,
Cool Kids on the way now, so we
transition for net neutrality and Crash Bandicoot. I am nowhere near that good. So Crash Bandicoot, insane trilogy. I don't know if you've seen any gameplay on it.
Hell yeah!
But it looks darn good. It looks like pretty much, you know what rose-tinted glasses are? Basically, things from your youth, things from way back when. They look so much better in your mind because your mind makes them look better. This looks like my goddamn rose-tinted glasses. It looks as good, if not better, than what I remember.
What's up, Carter? Do you not like Crash or something? You sound like you don't like it.
What's up, man?
I know I'm gonna get lynched in the comment section, and I know
I'm getting lynched right here.
And I probably
say what you think, not what is right or wrong.
And I probably lose a lot of my PlayStation subscribers for saying this. I never was one of the guys that got into the Crash Bandicoot. I played it. Mainly, I played it. Actually, truth be told, yeah, I know I'm about to get shamed. The first time I ever played a Crash Bandicoot game was on Uncharted 4. If you have not played the game yet, I feel sorry for you because I'm going to spoil something for you. I'm going to spoil it for you. In Uncharted 4, they have an Easter egg in the game where it allows you to play, I'm thinking, the very first Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
It is the first one, I believe.
And I played it. It was okay to me. I don't see what would the hype behind it. But I can say it was a good experience. But me personally, I never I couldn't.
Well, keep in mind that was a very small section. There are also different, like what that was more of an endless runner version of Crash. My personal favorite is still very linear, but you are allowed to actually go back and forth and find secrets and take alternate paths and everything else.
Crash Bandicoot is basically a platformer. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's not all about endless running.
Yeah.
Now, see, the thing about it, I'm on Nintendo.
Have some gameplay, so I hope you do watch it.
Yeah, I have watched it. I know what Crash Bandicoot is. Don't get me wrong. I have history on Crash Bandicoot. But the thing is, to me, that I'm a Nintendo guy. You know, so I grew up on Nintendo, off Atari, Nintendo, and all that stuff. So When I say this, I remember back in the day when you talk about platformers, when you talk about action adventure game platforming games, the three names that got brought up off rip was Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Crash Bandicoot. I always heard of Crash Bandicoot. I always seen the gameplay of it and all that stuff. I said, okay, it looked somewhat exciting, but I just couldn't wrap my mind around what. First of all, what is he, a fox?
No,
He's a
Bandicoot. That's
Yeah, Bandicoot. Okay.
Australia.
Okay.
That boy's a mutt. He's a mixture of things.
Okay. So I never really got understanding him. I know this kind of strange. You talking about a plumber that has to run around stepping on mushrooms and stepping on turtles, but that connected to me. That connected to me more. I guess that's why it took me so long to really get on the PlayStation team, because I never could really identify. I mean, never could really connect to anything PlayStation did up until the fact I got a chance to touch Kingdom Hearts for the first time.
So you started on PS2.
Yes, that's when I wouldn't say I started then. I just played PlayStation at that time, like really to try to really branch out of my comfort zone on video game consoles and stuff like that. You know, for the long, like I said, I'm a
PlayStation console that I ever
Ducky.
Can I hear him?
Sorry, the little bit of tech. Good now, can you hear me?
We have a little technical problems, but we hold on, people. We can be getting everything right.
Y'all can hear me? We're good.
Welcome to the live commentary, people. This will happen. We do live commentary.
Keep in mind.
All right. Now, what I was trying to say is, growing up, for the most part, I owned a PS1, but that was long after the Xbox and PS4 came out. I owned a PS2 long after it came out. For the most part, PlayStation was always a console I got eventually. PS4 was the first one I ever got at launch. So for the most part, I played PlayStation games at my friend's house, or I would get the PlayStation that they were done with when the new console came out. So I was always a secondhand PlayStationer.
Right.
But Crash Bandicoot was one of the first things. Crash and Spyro. Like, the thing I liked about Crash, I will say, when I was a kid, I was more interested in outside than inside. Changed a little bit since then. Right. But Crash, the nice thing about it was there was a lot of secrets and special things that you could find. But overall, it was a lot of very simplistic jumping, and it was real simple, as opposed to Crash, which I loved. Or not, sorry, as opposed to Spyro, which I loved, but was much harder and much more complex. And I wasn't very good at video games growing up. So I loved Crash. It was simple. It was fun. Crash made silly sounds, and there was a Tiki Doo went ooga ooga. Wonderful.
You know what? You know what? I think another reason why I never got into. I think the other reason why I never could get involved into Crash like that is because out of those three that I've mentioned earlier, he's the only one I think that never had an actual TV show or anything outside of just a video game, to my knowledge.
Because
you know that Mario TV show was an abomination.
Yeah, it was an abomination, but it branched out though. It hit people that was.
Well, that's because Nintendo's amazing at marketing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic the Hedgehog wasn't the best the best cartoon show as a kid, but it was entertaining to the least. And Mario was the same way. Mario wasn't the best cartoon. You didn't wake up every morning like, oh yes, Mario is on. No, you didn't know.
I did actually wake up every morning to watch Sonic.
Saturday mornings. That's what I woke up.
Right, but you watched it because leading on to a show that we're getting to. But by you sitting there watching it, it kind of forced you to get into the culture of Mario. The same thing did for Sonic. It kind of forced you to get into the culture of Sonic because you were sitting there at that time. We didn't have kids that's under the age of 20. Really, I'm going to a little bit higher than that. For under the age of 25, it's a thing. Back in the day, we did not have a thing called TiVo. Hulu. Netflix. All that stuff. Yeah, we didn't have it back in the day. If you miss a TV show, you just missed that TV show till it aired back on again.
Right.
So
I had a VCR that I programmed.
That's pretty.
You can tape it. That's about it.
Yeah. Tech savvy growing up.
And you better make sure your mama ain't trying to say that tape for something else. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Word.
My mom the one who taught me how to do it.
Exactly.
She's the one who taught me how to build computers. Aside from being a crazy hobo pirate, I love my mother.
Same here. And also. We can say that for next week because Mother's Day is next Sunday. Am I correct?
This Sunday.
Monday's next Sunday. What?
It's the next Sunday or this Sunday? Yeah, we
This
can say
Sunday.
today.
Sunday on
Okay,
the
so we can
14th.
say it right now. So for all the mothers, if any mothers watching this right now, happy upcoming Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Scott.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if
I
y'all.
gotta
if y'all
somehow
got
figure out how to get my
y'all
mother to
old,
watch this stuff.
but I ain't grow up with no VCR. That mean y'all old.
Thinking back to how much of a terrible child I was, anyone who can deal with anything close to me, you're the best. Flat out.
I wasn't too bad, but you know, I still
My
think I'm
grandmother,
like a
after
child.
having 4 children, decided that she was going to adopt me because I was having problems with my own mother. She's like, you know what? I'm 60, 70 years old. I've got the rest of my life ahead of me. I could just, chill. No. She decided to go through it again. Mothers, you rock. Sorry. I don't know why I got so intense about that, but I feel.
Gotcha. Now let's go on to the next topic because we actually run out of time. Also, for people that's wondering when we don't invite Cool Kids in here because he is actually back. We don't say him. We don't invite him in when we wrap up the podcast and let him touch up on everything we have talked about in the podcast, so he can have a chance to voice his opinion. Okay.
Since next podcast we're going to be talking about the future and all that stuff, do we want to save the PlayStation thing for next time and just simply talk about this new game we all just recently tried? Paladins?
Yes, and I'll be putting out my review.
Yeah.
I got to put a plug in right quick. I will be putting out my review.
Make sure
of
to
this,
post it to Plyr too.
Yeah, of the game as well. Since Skeet, I've seen him did his. He did an excellent job with y'all. So y'all have not seen it, check out Skeet Coldest Ice.
Check out my joint. Check out my new intro. It's fire.
Yes.
Holla at me.
Also, after this, Cardia, let me talk to you.
Gotcha.
Anyway, Paladins. It's not Overwatch, but if you squint your eyes real hard, you might think it is.
Oh yes.
On top of having characters that are incredibly similar, having game mechanics which might as well be a ripoff, but just far enough that no one gets sued.
Well, when
Honestly,
I tell you,
I think that Paladins has an amazing potential to be a good game, as good, maybe even better than Overwatch.
Yeah,
but it is bogged down by free-to-play and poor game design choices.
Gentlemen, his name is Ducky at Ducky McGavin. So if y'all want to send a hate mail to him, because I know how y'all Overwatch folks is,
feel free, please prove me wrong
directly at him because nobody else in Player 2 said that.
Hashtag
sorry you said that.
I say flat out, it's a fact. It is an opinion. If you don't like it, please let me know. At Duck McGavin on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. I'm on all kinds of stuff. Please let me know.
I can't make it.
I'll happily talk about my feelings about that game because you can ask Ski, I wanted so badly to like that game. I even started off being pretty okay with it.
Yeah, the game was cool.
But the more we play, the more we
realize that some of the characters are a little OP.
Yes.
Like that vlog guy with the overshield for days.
I just don't like that you can't aim in, like aim down your sight.
A lie.
Well,
if you get the fake Agent 47, what is it, 57, something like that, 76, and you get the fake version of him, that boy beasting. My first game playing with, which I'll see in my review, first game playing with him straight out the gate, 25 kill streak. Best player in all that.
Hey, bro, that game got too much auto aim for me, though. I can't do it.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does.
Also, there's a dude.
One thing I don't believe I talked to y'all about is I believe the reason, like me and Yuski, when we were playing, why all of a sudden it jumped to people who knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
It's probably because they have a hidden MMR system similar to Overwatch, where it's like, hey, this is how good you are. Go get crushed. Because we did really good in our first few games, and the games was like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah,
you can aim.
They slowed us down, dog. They put some competition in front of us, man.
And that's when the game decided to actually show us, hey, there's this particular character who pretty much makes everyone invincible. There might be a counter to him, but the game did not encourage me because I have to actually buy characters, which means I have to spend a lot more hours playing the game.
Now that's where I feel like they dropped the ball at to me on that issue right there. Now I understand they tried they didn't drop the ball. I understand why they did that. For a marketing standpoint, because already people don't look at this as basically a stepchild of Overwatch. So in order to keep them from, getting compared too much, if you really wanted to see how well of a game it really is, like you want to see is how compatible it is with Overwatch, you have to pay for to get certain characters. Now, where they lost me at is with Overwatch, where one thing I love about Overwatch, which I have to get back into playing the game a little bit more. Overwatch made it very easy to pick up, play, learn how to add features to your character and all that other stuff. Where this game in particular, when I seen Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I say, okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Also in Paladins, you can't change. At least keep in mind, everyone, we are talking about the console version of Paladins for the PS4 is currently going through beta. We are not talking about the PC
You
version.
can download for free. Go ahead,
Yes.
download it.
Download it for free. I do encourage anyone watching it who hasn't tried it, do try it. You might actually like it, because at the beginning, I really liked it.
Yeah.
But you
I
can't
really
change
liked it
any of
too,
your controls.
right
And
now.
one of the characters I play, which plays a lot like Farah, in order to hover, you would have to hold the X button or tap the X button or push it or whatever you're going to do to try to feather your hovering.
Right.
Which means that you can't use the right thumbstick to aim. Either that or you're going to have your hands in the weirdest claw form that you've ever seen. Now, there might be people who have fancy SCUF controllers or Pro controllers or whatever that are completely different, and goody for you. I don't.
Now, y'all also remember we talked about the leveling up system in that game, which I feel like was a complete money whore ideal, where basically what they trying to do is they trying to force you to actually spend money on this game to the point that you because you only have, I think, 6 characters that you can pick through. 6 or 7 characters you can pick through out a roster. Like, I think they got a roster of 30 of more players.
Yeah, I think they got more characters in Overwatch. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah, but see, the thing about Overwatch, when you even though you kind of, I gotta keep saying this because I don't want nobody, misunderstand what I'm saying. And Overwatch, when you buy the game, you got everybody.
Yeah, and you get every single map from here on out, every single new character from here on out.
But with this game, you don't get everybody. They are locked behind paid DLC.
Yeah,
it's like
walls.
Yeah, so you have players, which is gonna make you rage quit a lot. They have some of the best players in the game because they pay for it, versus the ones that you are limited with. And
keep in mind, you can get these same characters with a bucket load of in-game play.
Yeah. Plus, also in order to play competitive wise, you had to get I think it was 7. Now you got to get 12 of them up to a certain level. So off the rip, you already finna spend a lot of time in this game.
Oh, I did forget to put it into the email, and I apologize. I did some rough math. If you buy everything that is available that's not aesthetic within the game, it will cost more than Overwatch base game.
Yeah, I can't really do that right now. So,
yeah,
right. I mean, the good thing about this game is if you wanted to figure out honestly, I think they messed up on this. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. For people that was always looking at Overwatch and they missed out on the beta of Overwatch and they want to give a game like Overwatch a try, this is a good try for you to this is a good game for you to try to get a basic understanding of how great Overwatch is. So I feel like they messed up on that part because they made the game somewhat similar to the point where if I wanted to go get the Overwatch version, the one that actually worth getting, you that gave me a reason, you that gave me a demo I can play until I get Overwatch. Because I'm telling you right now, the Cartier review of this, do not spend your money on this game. Go get Overwatch.
I ain't never played neither one of them. So when y'all start talking about sports, then yeah.
Yeah, we don't kill OG because somebody don't like
gush over Overwatch, but I think one of my biggest problems with Paladins is I can't find myself caring as much about any of these characters as I immediately was attached to Overwatch's characters, because even though they didn't have as many characters, each character was unique and individual. Every character does something that none of the rest of them do. Realizing that in Paladins that you have 2 assault rifle characters that are pretty much the same, except one is you can ask Ski 1,000 times better.
Right.
Yeah, that one chick. If you get close with assault rifle, she do crazy damage.
Yeah.
But then like bird, she got a little napalm jump, which you can block off areas and stuff like that. Little napalm.
Also, I will admit that I am a little bit salty because the character that they have that is a blatant ripoff with a flamethrower of Reinhardt from Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he doesn't, I wish if they were going to rip off Reinhardt, they should have done it right. because that was not good enough.
Flamethrower was mad weak though.
I mean, truth be told though, but at the same time,
the tanks aren't that strong as far as damage. Like that's the thing about an Overwatch. You can 1v1. If you're better than that person, you can kill them.
Yes, anyone. Exactly. That's what I was doing because actually I played up to like 3 matches, and I was just wiping the floor with everybody. You know what I'm saying? The guy, I stayed on that one character. Maybe I didn't see as much flaws in the game like USK did because I stayed playing with the exact same character every time. I like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If I'm killing everybody, I'm getting top player in the game every time. Exactly. And we're not losing the match. Let me keep playing him. Like Ski said, the fake soldiers 76 that's on the game. Yeah. He got a grenade on him that shoot. I just kept lobbing. I'm joking, and they're spraying down everybody. They run to the area, right? And his aim is so accurate that I'm headshotting folks with ease.
I was playing with Nessa, and I basically, as an attacker, just stayed back and sprayed everybody down with arrows. And I think the thing is,
initially, most of the people playing aren't as savvy at FPSs and all the things that we normally play.
Right.
So I mean, we are off playing against a metric ton of people who have no idea what they're doing.
Right, we are guys in shooting games. I might well say that.
I played with a god, but I played a metric ton of Overwatch, which gave me a major edge over people who don't play team-based games or team-based shooters.
All I know is if anybody want to come
to 3 years of Destiny under my belt, so
all I know is Halo 3. I you know what I'm saying, I have put so many Guardians down, Chiefs, whatever, Spartans, whatever you want to call yourself. I put you got it. You know,
I played with Tom Brady, and you know, I threw some touchdowns. If that count as team play.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But we're not talking about that. We're talking about shooting bullets, you know, not throwing a bullet as shooting bullet. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all see me on Call of Duty then. If that count.
No.
Oh God, not that.
No, that's full of AIDS, sir. We don't play games that full
of AIDS. Anyway, we are running a hair long, so I would like to. We can keep talking about whatever you'd like to talk about, do our little podcast extras nonsense. But for the most part, that's it. I hope that everyone here has enjoyed your time. I hope you've enjoyed watching us, because even though this has been a more informative podcast, I think it hasn't been too bad. If
now,
anything,
Becky,
please do.
Let me stop you right there because you've left. I want you giving out the ending of the show before we say this. People, let me get your attention, very please. You know what I'm saying? Focus in. Need to turn your headsets up because I got a very, very special announcement for everybody.
Bet you $5 I was about to say it.
I bet you $5 you about to too, but I had to make sure. Just make sure we get it in there.
I'm gonna say
this upcoming week, everybody know Destiny 2 gameplay trailer will be revealed on May 18th. Plyr 2 will be
not just
streaming.
A trailer.
Well, yeah, you're right. Sorry, mischoice words.
Bungie is going to have a live stream at 1 p.m. Eastern time from their Twitch channel.
Right. Better yet, since Ducky is the voice of the podcast, I'm gonna let him explain that part to it. So, Ducky, give me your best announcement voice and bring it.
Take it away, Penny.
All right. This Thursday, coming from the Bungie Twitch channel, we have Destiny 2 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Oh, Lord.
I hope you will join us. Unfortunately, I probably won't be there because I have things to do. But all of these lovely gentlemen here will be there to watch it with you. We will not be streaming the actual stream itself, but we'll be doing live commentary. So if you want to have us and the stream up at the same time, we got you covered. Man. So yeah, that's it. Don't quite remember where I was going with after that because I got real into that announcer voice. But basically, we have been Plyr 2. I'm going to roll call one more time, let everyone plug and play everything that they're doing. Cartier.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, I Am Parker, a.k.a. Cartier. I like to thank for the subscribers that I had got recently from the podcast and from numerous other sources. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I'm trying my best to keep the content up to date. You also can follow me on Twitter, which is iCartier on that. And you can also often start doing streaming on Twitch, which is also iCartier. So again, thank you. We'll have a video coming out tomorrow on the review of Paladins. I can never get to say the name. Y'all know we got to talk about it in the video today. But I will have a review of that game coming out later on today. And thank you, and y'all be blessed.
Next, we have Fearless.
Hello, folks. Fearless here. find me on Twitch as Fearless Soul. You can find me on YouTube as Fearless Soul. You can find me on Twitter as the same damn thing.
Language.
And it's been a pleasure talking with you all today. You can buy the whole seat for the Destiny 2 reveal gameplay trailer, but you only need the edge. All right.
Next, we have Ski Cold as Ice.
It's your boy. It's me, Uncharted Ski. Check me out on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. And if you like some Uncharted gameplay, come check my channel out. Holla at me.
And finally, today, we have the OG, the original Ghost.
Yeah, I'm like a ghost for real. I'm quiet, but when they start talking about stuff that I understand what's going on, I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all gonna hear me. So follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ice in My Veins 305. My PSN is XX_OG Ghost XX_.
Say it one more time, OG, because I barely heard you when you gave out your PSN.
My PSN.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I forgot what.
Oh Lord, no.
I believe it's XX_OG Ghost
_XX.
XX. There we go. Perfect.
OG the spirit.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't talk a lot. Yeah, they more in the gaming than me, but hey, I'm here. Y'all check me out on Meg.
We love you, Ghost. Don't you worry.
Yes.
Lay out too.
All right.
My name is Duck McGavin, DUCKMCGAVIN. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter. I also do YouTube because, you can find me here. I Facebook on occasion. We have all kinds of shows for you here on the Plyr 2 with cool kids or cool movies for cool kids. We have Plyr Tunes, which just had a recent episode. You should go check that out with me and Fearless talking about Samurai Jack and Boku no Hero, also known as My Hero Academia. On top of that, we have Cartier and Ski, right?
Yep.
And Ghost
You got me,
doing
dog.
some Uncharted stuff for the channel
That's
as well.
gonna be hilarious.
In the week. Or
That's
later
gonna
on, like tomorrow or the next day, I believe, right?
Sunday it'll be uploaded on Sunday. Me and Ski will be bringing me, Ski, and Ghost. We'll be bringing y'all some gameplay. Now I'm telling you right now, this time for the first time only, Ghost will not be the funny one. I'll be the funny one because they are mastered the game. I'm a scrub at it, so y'all will be seeing me die a lot. So that should be fun for a lot of you guys.
Y'all see how he just leave me out?
I did it. I'll bring that. I was about to bring up your name. Don't worry, I got you, OG. Original gangster, Ghost.
But anyway,
hey, but y'all, that's it. I'm finna tell y'all that's it. Party over here.
Oh my God.
And for the trademark sign off, you know who we are. We are your Plyr 2. Ouch.
Word.
Peace.
What we want to talk about?
First of all, let's get our comedian genius, cool kids in the party. So they get his part over here. So
I've been trying to get him in. We're working on it.
I sent the link to his email. I don't know what's going on.
His party got stayed.
I invited him and sent the link.
He might actually probably be away from me. I don't know because he hit us up while we was doing the show, so I didn't even know he was actually hitting us up. Because I was under the thought that he was actually on missing today's show because we had going on in the personal life. But OG,
also
Ghost.
to all the people in our comments, I terribly apologize that for the most part when we're doing the podcast, we're not super paying attention to the comments. So if you have anything to say in the comments, I am now actually paying attention. Please let me know what's up.
Yeah, I've been holding down the comment section though.
I noticed. I'm just saying, if you have something to say directly to any of us,
yeah,
tell me how I'm wrong about things. Please let me know.
Yeah, that should be a whole nother 3 hours of conversation right there.
Oh, no.
Like.
Well, we've got 4 people watching now. I'm not saying that they can't keep us busy for 4 hours. I'm just saying, you got something to say. Now is your time to shine.
Hey, if you got something to say, put hashtag kill Ducky. Okay.
Say what?
Put that, dog.
Kill Ducky.
I don't think he needs that. He's got enough X's on his back.
Man, I thought cool. Oh, man, oh my god, what we finna talk about?
None of your business says never played Crash Bandicoot, but it looks all right. Not much special, but that's just me. And I can't say that I disagree. I mean, the only real thing is that Crash Bandicoot was under all kinds of weird licensing stuff, so we haven't seen it in a long time, and it is nice to see it again. To be honest with me, it's a great game. I love it, but keep in mind this was a younger me, and I thought it was spectacular at the time. Now I just realized it's a pretty good game.
Well,
And in a time where we're having some of the best and worst games, where some games just flat out don't work, I'm happy for a game that works.
Yeah, it really is nice to go back every now and then.
Right.
Not that far back.
You go enjoy your dinner, Miss Jennings. She's gonna go eat.
I don't think Ghost was
I
born.
appreciate you starving yourself just to listen to us.
What you say, Ski?
I don't think he was born when Crash came out, though.
Yeah, no, I think I don't know.
Ski Ice just the baby. My apologies.
He's a youngin' of the podcast.
Yes.
Hey, I do remember that Madden that was on PS1 though. I've been playing that.
This boy here only have one track mind. I swear he does.
Nothing wrong with that. You know, Ghost, what you should do is we should have a sports show. We're talking about real sports or fake sports. Either way, I still won't know what the heck you're talking about.
Oh, we got that.
Send Cool Kids another link.
I will send Cool Kids another link.
Make sure it's link from time. You know, link of time, not Ocarina. I mean, not Joro Mask. Go with Link of Time. I mean,
Joro's Mask.
Yeah, don't go with that one. Go with the one for you know what I'm saying, the original
Majora's Mask.
No, Link to the Past.
No, Majora's
I'm
Mask
saying
it's pretty hard to enjoy because it puts you under a lot of stress with that 3-day time limit on you.
Yeah, it really did. That's why I ain't too much care for it because it well, I forgot we're doing extra right now. Yeah, I could cuss. It pissed me off. How many times I died because of that 3-day cycle? I got to the point I like, maybe I don't even play the game anymore.
Majora's Mask is one of my favorite games of all time.
Excuse me.
It's one of the few Zelda games that I've never beaten because when I was a kid, I don't know if anyone's gotten to the Zora Temple, the water temple, on top of being the biggest pain in my pantyhose.
Wow.
Once you get to the boss, I didn't understand one of the mechanics that may or may not have gone past me, where you turn into a Zora and you can do a little electro spin to hurt things underwater, which apparently you needed and made the boss super easy, except for I never knew that as a kid.
You gotta throw your fin blades at them
bombs, arrows, boomerangs, my pants. I threw everything I had at that fish, and the fish was just like, sup. And eventually it would kill me, and I'd restart the 3 days, and I'd cry a little inside.
Hey, the baby got a question.
Eventually, I got Majora's Mask once again on the Wii. I got to the boss, I beat it, and I literally put the controller down. I was done. That was my final boss. I beat my childhood. I'm sure the rest of the game is fantastic. It doesn't matter.
Doug, the baby got a question.
The baby got a question. What game you talking about?
Got a question?
Mm-hmm.
Legend of Zelda.
Oh, hell, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Yeah, keep going.
Oh my god.
That's that green thing.
Also,
girl.
None of your business also was not born when Bandicoot came out, so you're not alone, Ghost.
Yeah, no, there you go. So you got a friend.
I beat Majora's Mask 10 plus times.
Ghost, what year you was born, though?
98. Was it out?
Damn!
Bro,
I got a younger cousin the same age as you.
Crash came out 96, so you was like 2 years old when Crash came out, dog.
But is Zelda a dude or a girl? Let's start it back there.
Zelda is a girl.
Zelda
The
is
main
a girl.
character is named Link.
What the fuck? Never mind.
I knew that.
It is a long, confusing translation.
Yes,
Zelda's
it's very
the princess.
Keep in mind, the first Legend of Zelda came out on the Nintendo Entertainment System, where you could barely tell what the heck a Link was.
It was a pixel to me.
But I'm finna break it. I'm finna break it down to you. The quick story of all Nintendo action adventure games. There's a hero and there's a side chick that always get kidnapped in every goddamn sequel of the goddamn game by a goddamn villain that might well be her damn boyfriend or baby daddy, because she always
in Breath of the Wild, Zelda was not kidnapped in any way, shape, or form.
We talk about Mario.
We talk about Peach.
Yeah,
it's basically the same thing. The female get kidnapped, and the guy got to help her out.
And with Donkey Kong, the bananas got kidnapped.
Putting that Kong on her.
I mean, they might be female bananas. I don't know. I don't know much about bananas.
But back on the Legend of Zelda vibe, my personal favorite Legend of Zelda was Wind Waker.
Who?
Wind Waker.
That's our conversation to have.
Wind Waker is an amazing, beautiful game.
Yes.
Let me look this up real quick.
I never did get to play it though.
Oh my god, you missed out on a very great Zelda, man.
I never tried.
My favorite was Ocarina of Time because it was my second Zelda. The first one I played was Oracle of Ages on the Game Boy Color.
Mhm.
But for the longest time, Ocarina of Time was my favorite. Now, there's that nostalgia bone inside me that's going to kick me for saying this. But, oh wow. Cool kid, turn your face off.
Cool Kid, your face.
That's an awesome beard he has.
It's alive.
Lord, Cool Kids.
But my favorite Legend of Zelda is The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. If you have not played this game and you have the money to put
Breath
down
of the Hot
Switch,
Fire.
What
it is worth it.
People in the screen, do not be frightened. We just got a very weird guest to come back to the podcast.
His name is Eyeballs.
Cool kid, can you hear us?
I like eyeballs.
we
Butter
give
toast.
we give y'all design, little brother, Cool Kids.
Rich on Quan. I mean, Coon.
Quan, Coon, King, Wang, Zing, Tang.
All right,
Tang.
now, Cool Kids, I'm going to run you through a gauntlet. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Gauntlet.
What do you think of net neutrality?
I haven't heard of it.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Basically, net neutrality is going to go away, and the government and the cable companies are trying to take your internet and your porn.
Oh, don't like it.
Okay, there you go. All right, next. What do you think of Crash Bandicoot?
Booty.
Oh, amazing.
All right, good enough. All right, next we talked about Paladins. Have you heard of or played Paladins?
I've heard of it. Like it.
All right, cool.
You like
there
it?
you go. Cool Kids words. Done. Podcast in 5 seconds.
Now I want you to touch a little bit more on that last one though. You say you liked it, and why?
Just cause trying to think of the right.
Have you download on your PS4?
I haven't downloaded. I didn't download it, but I played it from like a friend. Well, not played it from a friend. I watched a friend like download it and play it.
Okay.
He liked it, and I kind of went off of him of what his take of it was. And he was like, "Well, you know, it was an interest." Well, he didn't really know what it was when he was playing it, but he just went by I went by off of what I saw, and I just was intrigued by it. It looked like something that I would create.
Yes, you were creating Overwatch in a World of Warcraft setting.
Yes.
Okay.
I was intrigued by it. It looked like something I would sit there and go, if I had made this, I would have added maybe an extra feature to something. I don't know what, but it'd be something nice and pretty and dangerous.
Now, one thing I do give them on that game, they did do well. The matches seem like it go by a lot faster than on Overwatch. If you ask me, it didn't seem like something where it's
Overwatch.
huh?
Did you say what?
For the most part, like the longest match in Overwatch is going to be 45 minutes, and that is the longest that it will ever go.
Okay.
5 minutes.
But
True.
the thing about that game is the payload length from the center to their base is like really short. It's not even that long.
Yeah.
It really depends on what's going on. Like there are times like if you get in overtime and you can hold overtime, there can be some long games. But for the most part, most games are about at most 20 minutes. 15 usually, 10 to 15 minutes for each game.
Yep.
Heck, while I was waiting for the two people I was playing with to take out the trash and take out the dog or something or whatever, I decided, you know what? Instead of playing Paladins, I'm going to play the game of Overwatch. I loaded up Overwatch, played a game. When they came back, it took me like 2-3 minutes to finish the game. And then we went back.
Wow.
Overwatch games are usually very quick, especially if you or the other team are very good and the opposite team is very bad, then it will be very, very quick. because they won't get out of spawn, and the timer is what, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So it'll be that amount of time.
Like 3, 4, 5 minutes max.
Boo.
And I don't know if you played enough to run into the situation, Cardiac. Like I've seen it happen the most on that Mexican town or whatever, where you're taking the payload from one point to the other.
Yeah.
Into that base. But there have been so many times, being attackers and defenders, I've just seen it where the attackers just sit there and do nothing. Right. That first choke is relentless. Or can be, at least.
I almost want to say it's like Call of Duty in a way.
Yeah, but the nice thing is, for the most part, I mean, you can technically spawn camp, but you can't immediately die after you spawn. You have time to get your bearings and go forward.
They have like nice horses on that game too.
Man, also,
are you talking about Paladins horses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will admit, while they were weird, I did like the horses, mostly because most of my gameplay with Paladins was me being a giant dragon on a tiny horse.
Hey, yo, Ducky named one of his horses Fred, though.
Yeah, I heard it. That was my best friend, Fred. I miss Fred. I will, like, even if I never play Paladins again, I will always.
Yeah. Now, I did like that part of the game. I did like that part. Everybody had horses.
It makes no gosh darn sense. Not even a little bit. And that's another thing I do like about Overwatch is that, for the most part, aside from why the hell everyone's fighting, the world makes sense.
Not the names, though. They put a period in Diva. What the hell?
Wait, what?
D period VA. What the hell is that?
Oh, Diva. It's an acronym.
That's not Diva. Nope.
It was them trying to be tongue-in-cheek with a clever name.
They were trying to put it in simple form so you wouldn't sit there going, huh? What? What that mean?
It's just like knife. Just like knife.
Let me see if I can figure out what it means.
I highly doubt most people would sit there and go, what does knife mean? Oh, Lord, now we got to explain what knife
means. Make me stab you with a spoon.
A kafark. Don't make me get a kafark.
Hey, Overwatch is made by some Japanese people. Not
Overwatch is made by Blizzard.
And now
based in America, also owned by Activision.
I'm just saying, because why her titties gotta be so big? You know, they like them.
Okay, now we can get hate mail.
Stupid.
Now we finna be like racist now. Yep, here
in Overwatch? Are you complaining about breast size in Overwatch?
Hey, bro.
Compared to
I'm just saying, in they games, they like titties bouncy and ass moving while they fighting.
There's a boob jiggle in Overwatch.
His name is
not even a little.
Again, people. His name is XX_Ghost. I mean OG Ghost XX. _XX. Send him the hate mail.
I'm just saying, his way. You know, like Dead or Alive, right? When they fight, you can see their titties jiggling.
Bro,
well,
that's all he focused on, though.
Yeah, I can't
see that tells you straight up when he plays Overwatch. He sits there and hears this jiggle, 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 walk, 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 jiggle.
There was a glitch earlier on in Overwatch where Widowmaker, the sniper, purple lady, where I want to say it was zooming in, made her butt get bigger for no real reason.
It did. It did.
For some odd reason, zoomed in on her butt. She's like, whoop, butt got bigger. I have no idea why. One of May's outfits messes with her proportions, so it makes her butt massive.
There is a dude on YouTube. I forgot the name of the dude. There's a dude on YouTube. If you type in Overwatch and butts, I kid you not, there's like a dude at the first page that had like a mixture video of all the like little gimmicks and glitches of the boobs and the butts looked like got bigger or smaller or something was going weird with them. And he has it in the description. Let the fun begin. And I literally watched it and I started laughing the whole time because I'm sitting there going, now look at this guy. You know what he's doing? He's sitting here playing the game or sitting there saying, look at the boobs just jiggle.
See, how you gonna call me a meeting one searching up stuff like that?
Yeah. Searching on the internet.
Hey, when you're on YouTube, you start wondering things when friends start texting you saying, hey, did you see that video about, I didn't see that. Let me see that now, because now you're making me wonder what's that about.
Actually, be honest with you, OG. I'm actually pretty happy he is looking up there because usually I be worried about cool kid looking up something like I don't know snake bites. I don't know maybe. So
snake. No, I think that's OG's thing.
Oh,
He's
okay,
like, I gotta look up snake bites.
Okay.
You know, find out what kind of bites that I can get on my butt. Can I get bit on my butt?
When you said snake bites, I thought you were talking about piercings. No, actually, lip rings, well, they got them on both sides. It's called snake bites.
Okay, so
I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that was.
I'm pretty sure that's what I've been told, at least snake bites.
So I'm the baby.
Snake bites on my
right.
Snake bites on the butt.
I like to watch videos where people have to run away from stuff like bears and stuff.
You said you run away from booty. What?
No, I said I like to watch.
Well, I spent a good chunk of my Overwatch time being a giant old man with a hammer. A rocket-powered hammer. I really don't pay attention to booty. I pay attention to whatever's right in front of my hammer.
When Fearless runs away from the booty.
Is hammer a metaphor? Is hammer is a metaphor for something you're trying to tell us?
No, it's just a giant rocket hammer.
It being my hammer. My hammer is rocket.
This boy here, I swear to God.
Hey, I'll be the first to admit that I'm a pervert, but my God, I'm not talking about that right now.
Right, you know, I mean, he done went way left.
Hey, Carter, you brought that up, man. You can't blame
talking about my big old hammer.
Oh,
y'all are the ones who's dirty.
Oh, God.
I like how
you like my old man hammer. Is that how it is?
I like how we were talking about, you know what I'm saying, actually grown up shit, you know what I'm saying, talking about net longevity, and now we talking about porno type shit. How did you have it?
I never started talking about any of that. I started talking about Overwatch. I will take any talk about Overwatch.
But hey.
Or Zelda.
Hey, we still alive. Hey, my bad, y'all.
Yes, we still alive.
It's the after show though, so you say whatever you want, man.
Yeah, say whatever you want. You sound like Skittles.
Relatively say whatever you want. Please try not to disgrace us.
Right.
Oh, I'm not.
Now
it's a disgrace.
I'm just saying. Be you, just not too much you.
Now the PlayStation 5 thing, we never did get a chance to bring that up. Can I?
I figured we would talk about it next week. Honestly.
Next week, right?
I mean, if you want to talk about it now and just talk about it again next week, we can. It's up to you.
You can give a warm up to what we're going to talk about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
we can end it right here.
Yeah, we can end it right here. Just also for those that stuck around, if you stuck around this long, God bless you.
Your souls will be
for
soft.
those in the comments. If you have any other questions, I'm gonna give it 3 minutes. If you got anything to say, we're gonna shoot the shit for 3 minutes.
Right.
Comments,
hey, we have
if you have any suggestions that you'd like to see on the channel, content that you'd like to see, please let us know because we're just kind of shooting in the dark right now. I mean, a lot of us for the most part know what we're doing, but for the most, we're just trying to see what content sticks. And without you letting us know and commenting on our videos, we have no idea.
Also,
like I said,
video games and movies.
Also, guys, we got for the Destiny 2 reveal trailer. We'll be having 2 podcasts that we would be for the reveal trailer and our regular content release day on Fridays.
And we having a guest next week.
Well, you got one?
You got one?
We got somebody in the comment though. Whoever that is, that's y'all talking about. We're gonna keep him.
Well, we actually got 2 people. We actually have more than 2. We actually have, let me look through the comments right now.
3 people have been talking.
We got 3 people that have been talking.
None, JR, Jennings.
Hey,
JR.
But listen, y'all like comment and all that stuff. We're gonna see who do it. You know what I'm saying? The most, you know, like I'm talking about. And yeah, we got y'all this week.
Have a comic book war.
All right, guys, we have officially went over the hour mark. So, Ducky, do your job, baby.
All right. This has been the first, only, and ever will be Plyr 2 podcast episode 4. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I know I have. I love hanging out with these people. And yeah, we're here for you. You're Plyr 2. Help out though.